Hi,
Hello.
Erin.
John,
Hello.
right?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Cell phone charger back there if you need one.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to enjoy the nice weather today?
Not really.
Oh,
Isn't
no.
that too bad?
That is too bad.
Yeah, I was stuck inside in my basement most of the day.
Oh, no.
I know.
Like trapped in there, couldn't get out?
Yeah,
or did-
yes, right, exactly.
Oh, no.
Just locked in.
Oh, no, that's unfortunate.
You know, I feel like I just don't trust the nice weather, so I don't want to get too attached to it right now.
That's actually smart, yeah. Being somewhere where it's cold because tomorrow it's going to be cold. It's
You're right.
already starting to get cold.
It's like, why go out and enjoy the sun when I just know it's going to snow by the end of the week, probably.
Don't let it fool you. You sound like a true Chicagoan.
Yeah.
You know better. You know better. Yeah. Are you from here originally?
No, I'm from Kansas, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I've lived here for 25 years.
Sure.
So
Kansas has similar Midwest weather,
it
right?
does, yeah. Very mercurial. Is that the word? Changes a lot.
Changes a lot.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Super hot, super humid,
Sure.
super cold.
So what brought you to Chicago from Kansas?
Just, I think, wanted to get out of my small town
Sure.
to the big city. There's a lot of transplants, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, Kansas.
Right. Because, yeah, Chicago's the biggest city near,
Yeah.
so this is the one to go to. Do you still make it home to visit family and all that stuff from time to time?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculously long drive for what seems like a short distance, but we do. I have quite a bit of family.
Oh, that's good. And you like to road trip out, not fly?
Yeah, I don't mind it. We just, we take turns driving and
Sure.
get to hit up all the cool truck stops along the way.
There are some pretty great ones on I-80.
Definitely.
Yeah, I moved out here from California and I drove.
Oh, did
And
you?
yeah, and there's a lot of nothing, but then there's a lot of cool truck stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always hit up the Iowa 80 truck stop, which is supposedly the world's largest.
Yeah, that's what the signs say.
Where in California?
So I grew up in the Bay Area, like wine country.
Okay.
So Sonoma County is what it's called.
Uh-huh.
And then I lived in LA for my 20s.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came here from LA,
Okay.
and I regretted it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
So I have a fun story. I moved out here in 2013, and then moved back again to the Bay Area in 2016, and then back again, obviously now in 2018.
Okay.
So 2013 and 2018 would be.
So you forgot how much you regretted it.
You know, I'll tell you, it's a fun story. I would rather have died than come back. But my daughter's mom moved here after we split up with my daughter.
Uh-huh.
And so I said, well, I guess I'm moving back to Chicago.
Yeah, yeah.
So
you
that
gotta
was
do,
it.
You gotta do
Yeah.
that.
As soon as she turns 18, I'm back in California, though.
Yeah. Well, it's hard, especially when they're little. You don't want to put them on a plane and
Oh, yeah.
get 2 weeks in the summer or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, now she's, 9.5. And we
Oh.
actually went to California last month. So that was her
Nice.
first time, being on a plane at that age, and she loved it.
Yeah.
She was like, "Why are we in Chicago?" I was like, "Talk to your mom. Don't ask me. Talk to your mom."
Does her mom have roots here?
Yeah, her mom grew up out here in the burbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's from out here.
Well, I have twin 9-year-olds, so it's a
Oh.
really fun age.
Yeah, it is. I think it's great. They get all their personality, and they start building, and they start paying attention more to friends than you, and there's that shift that's happening. So that's really interesting. Boy, girl, girl, boy, boys.
One of each.
One of each. Oh, that's cool.
I'll tell you, 4th grade girls are mean.
Oh no.
Yeah, it seems
Oh no.
it seems like my daughter is going through, especially my daughter. The boy not so much, but there's just a lot of mean girl stuff happening, and they're turning 10.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just that age or what, but it's every day there's a new best friend, or we're not friends anymore. She said I couldn't play with them, and how does it start so early?
That's so interesting. And some kids, it's just that's the dynamic. That's how they are. They can be hard to be friendly or to hold on to those
You start
connections.
to form those cliques and stuff like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. So I'm like,
no.
it only gets worse as you become a teenager. It's hard.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Hard enough.
Yeah. But it doesn't last forever. She's
Yeah.
halfway done to a degree. But then you learn, like, I was having this conversation with somebody that, like, a recent high school graduate, and I was like, yeah, but all of life is high school.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's
That's
just,
so true.
It's just high school with beards. That's all.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go back, will you go to LA or to the Bay Area?
I'm going to be going back to LA.
LA.
Yeah, LA is home as far as I'm concerned. It always felt like home to me.
Yeah.
So that's where I want to go back to. So yeah, Los Angeles specifically would be great. But I'm also like, I don't know, it depends on how old I feel in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I might be closer to retiring. I might be closer to not working so hard, and in which case I'd want to go to San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an amazing place. I really love it. So I might want to do that.
Yeah, I have a brother in San Diego, and my sister-in-law's family is from LA,
Mm-hmm.
and so they go quite frequently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of split the difference, or I don't know, it's like an hour drive or something.
Yeah, it's not far.
They're far enough away to not be constantly seeing the in-laws, but close enough to see them when they need to.
Yeah, that's
and have help
exactly
with the
it.
babies and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's
But I
great.
haven't visited him yet in San Diego. He's been there, moved during the pandemic, so
Oh, okay.
I'd love to go visit because it just sounds amazing.
Oh yeah, it's 75 to 80 basically all year round,
Yeah.
and then amazing Mexican food.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
That's the thing. They lived in Florida before they moved to California.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And my sister-in-law is Mexican American,
And
and she could not find food. Like she was like, the Mexican food here is crap.
it's
in Florida.
it's Cuban food is better.
Right,
but
they're
not
just
the
like
Mexican.
plenty
Yeah.
of Latino food, but not Mexican. And so she
Yeah.
was like, I miss home. I miss
Poor
home.
thing. Yeah, and you get really very very spoiled. And my grandmother had a restaurant, so I'm used to like good Mexican
Yeah.
food. And out here, I turn my nose up at most places.
So
Unfortunately.
is Mexican food here like different, or is it not authentic?
It's very different in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
One, like the tacos, right?
Yeah.
You don't put lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese on tacos.
Right.
That's just not a thing.
Yeah.
The seasoning is not as good. And you know what the thing in California, the red sauce is the good one. Whereas here, the green sauce is
The
the good
green
one.
sauce.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is? Because there's plenty of Mexican people. So is it like, has the food been sort of Americanized too much, or are folks coming from different regions of Mexico?
Those are great questions. So some of it is that the food is Americanized. It's made a little blander for the
Yeah.
palate.
Sure.
On top of that, though, and this is a theory that I believe, I just have to find the correct science to back it up. I just haven't done the research on it, but I think sunlight is required to make good food, to make good herbs and spices specifically. And so I think that's what's lacking. I think
Yeah.
the food itself just doesn't have the same level of vibrancy
Well, definitely
to
the
it.
produce. Not, yeah.
And that's exactly what I mean,
Yeah.
right? So all of your seasonings, all of your spices, all of
Yeah.
your herbs, they're just not as flavorful. And then the fruits, that's just the thing. I can't stand the fruit out here until summer to that's it. That's the only time I like it.
And then you can get like local
Yeah.
apples, blueberries, whatever. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it's great. But the rest of the year, it tastes so bland
Yeah.
because it's frozen. And they put a spray on it to give it a smell and a flavor, and
Yeah.
it's noticeably fake.
Or it's just been trucked all the way from California,
Oh, yeah.
and it's picked when it's not,
Yeah.
ripe, and so it's ripening in a truck. And yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, they
Like,
flash
I'm-
freeze it, and exactly.
Yeah, I mourn tomatoes especially. Like a
Yeah.
good tomato is so, like 2 weeks here,
Yeah.
you'll get good tomatoes. The rest of the year
Exactly.
they're crap.
You're 100% right. That's 100%. Yeah, and that's really it. But in California, the tomatoes are good year round.
Yeah,
They're good
yeah.
year round. Yeah.
Avocados. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and yeah. So I'm very picky. I'm very much a foodie.
Well,
I'll just say I used to be a lot fatter before I moved to Chicago.
well,
Yeah.
I guess that's one thing.
Right.
Crappy.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, we have a lot of like, meat and potatoes, hot dogs, like crappy
Oh, yeah.
food here, but but fresh is not our forte.
See, and and honestly, like, I was bigger, but it was eating better in general. But you're right. Chicago is an amazing food city. I don't want anybody to think I'm not a fan of it. It's an amazing food city. The food here is super good, but like you said, it's going to be your pastas. It's going to be hot dogs. It's going to be pizza, of course. Heavier foods like that, and that's where you're going to have a different palate. And way more drive-thrus here. Everything is drive-through here. Yeah, it's really
way more car oriented, even than LA. Because LA, I feel like LA is such a car city.
It is a car city, but you get out to get the food. It's that people here don't want to go outside because it's awful. Yes. That's why.
It's awful, except for the 4 weeks of the year that it's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That's exactly what I tell people. I say you get exactly 6 weeks of good weather in Chicago. 2 of them in March, 2 of them in July, and 2 of them in August, and that's it.
I mean, like, it's so hard, you know, to find that perfect, because it's either sweltering hot and humid, or bone-chilling cold, or overcast, or whatever. But I live for those 6 weeks, and so does the rest of the city. It just comes alive when people are
it's amazing.
Out and about. And
like today, driving around downtown, you just see everybody out. It was so many people. And I really love that. And like I said, 2 weeks, but they're not contiguous. You get 4 days bad, 1 good day, 4 days bad, 1 good day. And that's how they break it down. So you got to earn them. You got to work for them. And you're right. That's what I love about Chicago. In the summertime, every weekend, every neighborhood has something to do. There's a festival. There's a party. There's a check this out, do this, a tour. And I just love that. I think that's amazing. I think it could be really great. I'm just trying to, again, if I've always said, if they were to just put Chicago in California, I would never leave. I would love it. I would love it. It's an amazing city.
That.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If only. I'll just talk to the mayor. Yeah. I'll just say, hey, Vin, just move your city. Take everybody, put them there. Because it is a great city. A lot of great people, a lot of culture, and that's the stuff I really enjoy about it. Yeah. Not great weather. All right, so if you could wake up anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you want to go?
Is it just me, or do I bring people with me?
Okay. We'll go. I want to hear both, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could wake up anywhere tomorrow, it might be somewhere in Asia, like Japan.
Ooh, okay.
Just because now we're talking about food, and I think that, like, I had a friend who went to Japan a few years ago, right before the pandemic, and the food he described was so amazing that I would love to go there.
Yeah.
If I could bring my husband with me, I think it'd be like Paris.
Ooh, sure.
Because he hasn't been to Europe, and it would be fun to go to Europe with him, I think.
Of course, it's a romantic city. Leave the kids, take the husband, go to Paris. I love that the kids were never thought about it either one.
No.
So,
no. Because, flying with them is not, it's not a vacation with kids.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
It's a trip. That's really, you end up needing a vacation by the time it's all done. You're just like, okay, I need a vacation from all of you.
Yes.
Yeah. My daughter was pretty good to, like, dealing with her luggage, but even then she brought 2 things, and the second thing she didn't want to carry. I'm like, well, I guess I got to carry it after that.
That's tough.
Yeah, and then so I imagine with 2 kids, you just double that.
Yes. They're pretty good travelers, and they're good in the car. Like, it's a 10-hour drive to Kansas, and thankfully they're pretty good. But it's the getting there. Like, we like to go see museums and theater. They get bored with that kind of stuff. They'd be happy going to a playground down the street.
Sure. Or if they have a device like a video games or something, they'd rather do that and stare at that than go out and see anything. Yeah. My daughter's at that age where she doesn't want to go anywhere or see anything or do anything. And I'm trying to get her like, hey, there's a whole world outside. We gotta go experience it. And she's like, no, I got my YouTube channel.
Oh gosh.
Just gonna watch this. I'll be fine.
YouTube.
Yeah. So many fun things.
it's so hard to like know what it is they're exposed to too with the internet. Like I have all these parental controls, but then
That's
they go to
good.
school and then they bring, kids bring their tablets to after school, and so I walk in and they're watching YouTube, and I'm like, I don't know what you're watching, and mostly it's just like dance videos, and funny like food things, but
how to make slime, which is
how to make slime.
Yeah, of course.
I can't remember anything so sort of banal that I was into at that age, but there must have been something that was just like ridiculous to my parents, but it was everything to me. But I can't remember what that would be.
Yeah, for me it was X-Men and Ninja Turtles and anything, Power Rangers.
Yeah, all those characters. But the slime thing in particular is really like there's apps for slime where you just touch the screen and watch it. I guess it's like a sensory thing. Maybe.
My daughter has that. Yeah, she has one of those. She does that, and I'm like, you have a whole factory for making this stuff. I bought you everything you could need to make it, but you want to just do it on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, fine. And she played Roblox.
Roblox, yes.
Right, and then she does Roblox, and she does a job in Roblox to make money, to make more Roblox, to do stuff in Roblox. I'm like, just get a real job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you want to make cake, go make cake and make money for yourself instead of buying, fuzzy pets or whatever.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's very interesting. There's a whole economy in that game. And of course, she does one where you do like pets or something like that. And for her birthday, she's like, I want this pet that you can't get. So I had to go on eBay.
Oh.
And talk to a person. He's like, oh yeah, also I have it. It's this is what somebody does as their job.
Yes.
They go, they get the pets, they level them up, they make them super good, whatever, and then they sell them. And it's $20 America to some guy in Indonesia. He's doing great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how does he transfer the pet? Like
you have to go on the game. So I made an account, and then I found that person, and then you do a trade. And so they set up a private thing. They find you. You click and add them as a friend. They invite you to their private area, and you do a trade, and that's you
are a very good parent.
I try.
I'm like so tired of. Yeah, I'm like no, we're not gonna do that.
Like I wouldn't do any of this. No, not too bad.
That's fantastic. I don't think my kids are that into they're not that deep into Roblox yet to know that that's even a possibility.
That's good.
But they will get there, I am sure.
Sure. Yeah. With my daughter, I do this stuff with her. That's what you were saying. How do you know? Like, I'm watching the YouTube videos with her.
Sure.
I'm watching the slime stuff. Like, well, that's just what we do. Like on the weekends that she's with me, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just hanging out with her, doing whatever she's doing. Because she's still at the age where she likes me. I know in 2 years she's gonna be like, get away.
Hold on to that.
Yeah, you're the most boring person I've ever met. So right now she likes me, and I'm gonna keep that up as long as I can.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
But she's watching. What is it? So there was this one. What is it? A YouTube channel with these two girls, Emily and Evelyn. She doesn't watch them anymore, but they would do like shopping challenges, and where they apparently these kids have very rich parents. So the parents were like, yeah, here, whatever you want, as long as it starts with this letter, you can buy it. So they're at like the Apple store, like buying stuff at the Apple store.
Oh gosh.
So then she's like, Daddy, let's go to the Apple store, and I'm like, no, definitely not. No. But,
a lot of those parents I think are making money off of their kids' YouTube channels. Because of because my kids used to watch a couple of those like kid influencers, and it was all just like opening packages and playing with things, and then going to get the bigger version of the thing.
Right.
And it's then they wonder like why they can't get something every time they go to the store, and they're like, well, this is real life.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have money?
Exactly.
I don't have all the money.
Yeah, and that is something I did with my daughter. I gave her a budget. I just said, for however old you are, you can have $5 for every year, and that's your money. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. But I said, books and food, I'll always pay for. You don't have to worry about. But so, like, get a toy, get a thing, get whatever you want.
Yeah.
This is your budget, and that eliminated her asking me for stuff.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, because it's like, do you want it? No. Well, then you're gonna have to save up or do you have enough? Save up your budget, save it up for next week, and then you'll have this much. And she like did the math and did that. It backfired on me because she saved up $300 and bought a bearded dragon.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. So now I have to take care of a bearded dragon.
Oh my gosh! You should specify no live things.
And that's been a thing. And so what I said now is you can't get me another job. I work too much already. This is a job. We're not getting another pet. That's not happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
A bearded dragon.
Yeah.
What's his name?
And she named it after me.
Okay.
But my nickname, I used to be, a lot of my roommates and friends would call me Peanut.
Okay.
So she named it Peanut Jr.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
And that's its name.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That did backfire.
It really did. And
so did she get like weekly allowance? We haven't done this yet, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so she does. We do. So right now she only comes over 2 times a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's those times. It's $5 for every year you are. So she's 9, so it's $45.
Okay.
But you can play with the number, $2, $3, whatever. But yeah. Yeah, so that's it. It's just an allowance. She doesn't have to do anything for it or anything like that. It's just here spending
Just
money.
like, here's your money. Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. Here's cash or whatever.
Yeah, I think a lot of parents do that now. Like, you have jobs, but your jobs are just your responsibility as part of the family.
Yeah.
And then your money is just your money.
Right.
And right now our kids just get money like at birthdays and stuff. But
right, exactly. And that makes sense. I mean, what do they need for the most part anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely trying to buy her love.
Yeah, well,
so,
that's a thing.
That's what I do. It just is what it is, yeah.
But then it does eliminate the whole, like, like she gets to make her own choices. She gets to decide if she's going to save it or spend it now.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted. I wanted her to have that autonomy and comfort level with money to know what to do, to save it, to set it aside, and do all that.
Skill.
Yeah, and I explained to her, like, because you invest in things, and I'm like, and I showed, hey, this is where my money was here. This is how much I paid, but this is how much it's worth now. And she's like, can I do that? How do I do that? Like, let me, so she takes like $5 of her dollars and like puts it in a set aside, and then I'll invest it for her. And then it's like, here's your account. And she's learning about that stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, I figure it's really important to have that thought process, I think, for any person. Schools certainly aren't teaching it. So.
No.
Yeah.
Does she go to Chicago Public Schools?
She actually lives in Oak Park, so she goes to Oak Park Public School.
Excuse me.
It's all right. They're not great. They're not better. It's not that so everybody says they have a smart kid. You need Heimlich? Are you okay?
No, I'm okay.
Ooh.
I just need water.
Oh gosh. Sorry, I wish I was just talking to someone how I could have some water bottles here for people.
No, that's okay. This is a tickle.
Yikes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. But so she speaks 3 languages. She speaks Greek, English, and Spanish.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And she has the top math score in her district. So she's extremely smart. She's actually very intelligent. But her school don't have any programs for her.
Wow.
Yeah, they just don't have any options. Don't have any things for her to do. They can't advance her because she's beyond the 5th grade level, and they only go to 5th grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's top of the class for
That's
reading.
Not fair.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, I want her to go. It's unfortunately not my decision, but I'd like for her to go to a private school where she has better education. I think that would help her more.
More resources.
Yeah, exactly.
3 languages.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Mexican. Her mom is raising her Greek, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they still speak Greek, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, could she read it too? Because that's a whole.
You're right. I don't
alphabet.
know. I don't think so.
Just the speaking, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't asked, but yeah, just speaking. And it works with the brain, gets the brain going. So she's at least doing that. I think she does some reading. Actually, I think about it. She was in a little bit of Greek school, and she was doing that for a little bit. And she goes to Greek Orthodox Church, so I think she does some reading.
Yeah, she probably does.
Yeah, they teach her some reading there. Yeah. And then her school, I'm Mexican, she's Mexican too, so she learns, she speaks some Spanish, and then at the school actually does have a language program for that too, so that she's learning a little bit of Spanish there too, which is good.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. No, I'm more concerned about you. Don't worry about me.
I'm just dry.
Dry.
That's all.
That basement didn't have any water for you.
I guess not.
You know, I was going to say, I noticed your name. My very first girlfriend was named Erin.
Oh, yeah?
And I learned from her that the name Erin means Irish.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And it's not a name that's used in Ireland.
Oh, that is so funny. I had no idea about that.
It's a totally American thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you won't really find Erin's in too many places, I don't think.
Interesting. It's an American name.
It's like it's not an Irish name, you know, not like the Irish language.
Sure. Oh, that's interesting. That's a really great fact to add on to that. I love that. That's so cool. All right, looks like you're right here at the end.
Right here.
All righty.
Yep. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It was great chatting. Have a nice night.
That.
Thank you.
For a great conversation.
It was my pleasure.
Have a good night.
Thank you.